vibe, right? It's September. You're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more clear. We know the contenders. We know the teams that have a long road ahead of them. These October games go a long way to setting the table come playoff time later in the season.
Ka'imi Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
It's week 5 of the 2026 season.
Ka'imi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And away we go from NRG Stadium. Devin Duvernay to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. Bringing him out to #1 pick in 2015, a former league leader in passing, it's Jameis Winston.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
Back to the well again. He finds space for a few yards that time. And stop coming from Henry To'o. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Winston now. Got a man, it's Njoku. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing is Winston. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he'll get it up to the 44. We're going to look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. Second and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. To throw, here's Winston. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Winston to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. And stop coming from Henry To'o. Second down now, 7 to go. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Winston. Into the hands of Duvernay. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Back-to-back carries here. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. He's on the move. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Dowdle will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Winston. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. They're headed up the middle. And he gets in, touchdown. The Browns finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is the 2nd overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL. And it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. CJ was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Stroud now on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Browns will go on offense. 2nd drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds. From the 32.
To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick. Just couldn't hang on, though. And this drive lives on to see third down. They kick the running back in motion. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Winston looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Another carry for him. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. And time runs out. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing now, off play action. He sends this one to the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns pull out in front further, 13-zip. Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the Browns double their lead to 14. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Dell with the grab. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Tommy Townsend on to punt. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Winston to throw it. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing from the gun here. Throw reeled in by Njoku. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down. Still sticking with the passing game. Makes the catch and gets the feet in. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Lone back gets the handoff. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. They put a receiver in motion here left. Throw on third down. That one complete to Njoku. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. They'll run here on first down. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Now on 2nd and 10. Flush down out to his left. Now he takes it. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take a 20-zip lead. David Njoku, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Browns stretch their lead to 21. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
He's going to push one deep down the right.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Stroud to throw again on 2nd. He's looking deep once again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. Into the hands of Schultz. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. On play action, here's Stroud. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They kick the running back in motion. 1st down, Stroud. Rolling left, buying some time.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
From the 17. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Now it's Stroud. And he makes the catch on the right sideline, but no. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes. Well, we can see he made the catch. He definitely has possession. But did both of those feet hit down in the end zone?
Yeah, get that zoom button ready to go. Get the magnifying glass. Was there any green right between his feet and that end line? That's what...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Stroud. Has his man. It's Pacheco. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. Eberle's kick is good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
On the slant, complete to Judy. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. From the 45 on 2nd down. Dumps it off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after this one. We're jumping past halftime and getting right back to the start of the second half. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here's the Houston offense. They've got it first to begin the third. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Stroud off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
So for those of you keeping track, we get a solid completion for decent yardage on 1st, and then we go backwards on 2nd. Kate, I guess we got a quality rubber match right here on 3rd down.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. They'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. That stop coming from Henry To'o. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Winston looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. Maher connects there. And that stretches the lead to 21.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he has enough room to gain about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Finding Collins. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
That's good for the Texans.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing off the play fake here. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. The Cleveland offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Again, it's Gibson. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That stop coming from Henry To'o. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 31. Got a man, it's Njoku. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That stop coming from Henry To'o. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Burton there to bring it in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 34. Dump off caught by his back. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. 3rd down from the gun. Caught by Burton. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. To throw. Here's Winston. This throw is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Here we go. 3rd and less than a yard. Shotgun snap. Looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's Browns football to start the 4th in what's been a one-sided game in their favor. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's Winston. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. The give up the middle to Gibson. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Browns put up even more points in a win. Extra point try now from Pinheiro. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns continue piling onto this lead. So the Browns come away with the win. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns, as we'll see you next time from Houston.